all of the solutions have USPs and all of them are beneficial to our customers, otherwise they wouldn't survive. Mm-hmm. Although for an SAP customer specifically, I would start with invoice automation. Invoice automation has a lot of benefits, is implemented very quickly, and it gives you the foundation to come up with the next steps and looking at the rest of the enterprise purchase to pay process. Once you've run invoice automation for a year or so, you've covered enough information, you've covered enough data about all the invoices you get. That means also about all the suppliers you have, all the processes that you have connected to purchasing, connected to invoice automation, to make them better. And then you can start using the additional modules. For example, you could start off with key performance indicators and measuring those and understanding where to implement improvements in your organization, where to tweak and tune the process. You could also think about using a mobile client so that you can use your mobile phone to approve or reject invoices. You can also think later on about purchase management, for example, figuring out that direct and indirect purchases are something different depending on your organization, and for indirect purchases you might want a different solution than the one that you already have in-house. The good thing about it is that everything can be combined in one Basware solution and can be connected to all the operational systems that you already have. Basware is a safe choice for any organization that has SAP, and especially for the CIO. He will keep the control he has over his SAP environment. He will also keep the control over SAP because he knows how much licenses he has to use, and he can make a clear separation between users that need SAP and users that don't need SAP, and therefore Basware is a safe choice. Basware is special because it has focus. It has focus on a very specific process in your organization, which is invoice automation, for example, and it does that for a very long time. So there's a lot of intellectual property that has been accumulated over the years, and that is what makes Basware special. That has certainly been true that SAP implementations are underestimated. That was 10 years ago, but now that SAP has come up with a whole new idea on how what they call SAP ecosystem works with composite applications and enterprise service-oriented architecture, that view has changed somewhat because SAP themselves acknowledge that you need third-party solutions to actually augment what SAP cannot offer at the moment. The Basware approach is an approach where you have a very, very specialized interface that actually connects just to the business functions that you need and leaves all the vital functionality outside of SAP. That means with a loosely coupled system, you are able to upgrade your SAP system without any of the additional burden that you would have with all of the other solutions. Basware offers a solution for all versions that are currently used in the market. Basware connects to the core systems of SAP, which are the same across every SAP installation. Basware also is certified for integrating with SAP from the version 4.5 upwards. So basically every SAP customer today who chooses for Basware can be assured that Basware is continuing that path of certification and integration with every system around. That depends on the organization. Organizations that have to deal with change on a constant basis means mergers and acquisitions, changing the organizational structure. Those are probably better off with a system like Basware that actually allows for change, that gives them kind of a safe passage through whatever their ERP systems will change in the future. Other organizations that will probably need to consolidate, and those are those organizations that could then potentially use other solutions as well, for example within SAP. That is where you actually need to consolidate before you can go anywhere else. So in a way, choosing Basware means being ready for change.